It's Bosch time, ladies and gentlemen, aka time for us to draft some teams together on Underdog. It's the Battle Royale Bash. You guys know the drill. You drop the hashtag in the chat. Hashtag join the bash. You got to be a YouTube member to have access to the chat. I will then spin a wheel. If your name comes up and you weren't on the show last week, we added that stipulation. You get to hop on stage, draft a team with me. We can mix it up. We can do some Battle Royales. We can do a Dawg Bowl. We can do some small field stuff. We can do a little bit of dealer's choice. We'll mix it up and we'll hang out and draft the winner here for week 8. Maybe a $40,000 shipper. Wouldn't that be a cool story? That is what this show deserves. You, me, $40,000. Let's do it. Bash time. Welcome to the Best Ball Bash. We are throwing a party. One of you guys in the chat will be hopping on stream to draft, and then we will split the $2 million prize.
We are in the 2020 Honda Civic.
I think we got to lock him up.
You're going to be able to get us Jalen Knoll to fall by staring them down in the eye right now.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Pete.
Lock him up.
That's my kind of guy. I am going to need a howl from you.
Hopefully none of my neighbors mind.
Oh, this is going to be my life. This is so much fun.
All right. How are we doing today, everyone? We got a few new YouTube members here. TKH. We got Greg. It does not matter which level YouTube member you are. You can do the lowest one. If you're only interested in eligibility for the bash, just become a YouTube member. Lowest level, feel free to do it. If you want perks to some of the other things and shows I do, if you're the Best Ball Value Hounds tier, that'll get you access to the After Dark shows. I do those on Saturday nights. Super excited for my guest on Saturday. I'm having Glenn on. I've had him on previously about a year ago. He is the man behind the solver, and he's also been destroying on Underdog this year. His username is GSD4, I believe. He had 2 top finishes last week. He's won some of the small field stuff. And so I'm super excited to hear about him getting into the Battle Royale streets. He's a longtime DFS crusher who now, fortunately or unfortunately, is in the BR street. So that'll be Saturday night, Best Ball Value Hounds. And then if you're the top tier hand builders tier, you get access to everything, including the Sunday morning crams. I do that show Sundays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Focused a little bit more so on salary cap DFS on DraftKings. We go through ownership, look at the sims, build some teams, also do some final drafts, pick'ems, etc. Very valuable show if you guys are getting ready for the Sunday main slate. That is the spiel for the YouTube memberships. Let's see who's in the chat today. Chris says, feels like a fine day to draft some teams. Indeed, indeed. What's up, Chris? How we doing? Steven. What's up? Bosh. GMs. Pat Moore's been enjoying After Dark. Love to hear it. All right, 12 entries. I want to reward those of you guys who show up on time. So we're going to do a quick spin here at the top of the show to get this rolling. Actually, we'll do 2 quick spins. And then just if you're coming in late, feel free to drop your hashtag in the chat. You only need to do it once. It'll be good for the entire show. But let's do it. Let's get a couple names going and see who is going to come draft some teams with me. Dun, 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 dun. TheGregsList. TheGregsList 22. Can't say I recognize that username here. Greg, there you are. Shoot me a message on Discord or tell me your Twitter username and I can DM you there. Big Fudgy, don't join the bash. I did, Fudgy, I don't know if you saw, I did just post a clip on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else of your riddle last week. If you guys missed last week's bash, you got to go back and watch it at some point. Big Fudgy presented me with a riddle that I had to solve over the course of 6 rounds in a Dawg Bowl draft. We drafted an absolute dog shit team, don't get me wrong, but I had an absolute blast drafting with Big Fudgy last week. All right, Greg, as you let me know how you are going to message me, I am going to spin again here and see who is going to be coming on after Greg there. All right, Brady Sanders. Brady Sanders, there you go. All right, Brady, I believe have you been on, Brady? I think so, maybe a couple of weeks ago. But Greg, are you in the chat, Greg? I haven't heard from you yet. Where was my guy, Greg? You going to ghost us? Big Fudgy says, my name was low-key the signs. Devontae and JT Jackson Dart would have min cashed somewhere. That is very true. That is very true. All right, Brady, I got your be on standby here, Brady. I see your message. If my guy Greg is not communicative here within the next few minutes, I'll have you come on right away. How do we know this isn't rigged by the Italians? It is true. I am in cahoots with the Italians, rigging Best Ball Bash to get only the finest of guests on. I see you, Brady. I'm just wondering where our guy Greg went. All right, we're not going to dilly-dally, though. Greg is getting jumped here by Brady. Let me get you the link here. Or wait a second. Did I just get a message in Discord? All right. Let's see. Wow. Someone just tagged me in Discord saying, I'm trying to get ahead of needing to DM you so that I can join the bash. Wow. Wow. You really psyched me out there with that tag. All right, let's get Brady on here. I'm prepared with props today if I get picked. Man, I'm going to have to think next week. I feel like I have to have some costumes for next week. Halloween is a week from tomorrow. Definitely have to do something for the Swolecast. Then we Best Ball Bash, and then Friday's show. I'm gonna have to think about some good costumes. All right, Brady is.
Go.
What's up, Brady?
What's up? How you doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Long time no see. What was it? 2-3 weeks ago that we drafted?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I think we drafted an absolute dumpster. But
what was it? What was the team? I legitimately don't remember.
The only thing I really remember, it was the one hole, and we had to late swap CD if he didn't play. And it was going to go to Steph Diggs, I think, or something like. Either it was a garbage ass team, anyways.
Yeah, I haven't had the pleasure yet of having. I don't think we've cashed a team on stream yet, or if we did, it was just like a min cash. So I think we got to change that this week. I think we got to change it. All right, I did just get a message from Greg. Greg, I did get your DM. I'm going to send you this link. I'm going to draft with Brady here first. When we are wrapping up, you can hop on. But I say we get in the Battle Royale streets and get one of these going. What do you say?
Let's do it. I just did a 12-man squib kick. Just finished.
Okay, all right. Are you getting let's see here. I just got a weird message from Discord trying to like boot me out or something. I'm going to have to check that out here in a second. That's weird. Anyways, let's do here. Battle Royale. Have you drafted? What have been some of your favorite angles so far this week?
That was my second draft that I did actually in the 12-man. It was a little interesting to see some of the 49ers falling like really far. Like I got Juwan Jennings in the 6th round of the 12-man. And I was kind of confused by that because, I mean, with Kittle back, I feel like it should open up a little bit more. But
yeah, that one's weird. Have we gotten any reports on QB? Is Purdy going to be back this week?
I think the other thing that he was I thought I saw maybe limited. I'm not 100% certain, but either way, who else are they going to throw to? Kittle, McCaffrey, and Jennings is kind of at least the way I thought about it.
Yeah. No, I think that's interesting. I haven't given them a ton of thought. I love Kittle this week. I think his ADP, like in these 6-mans, like him going after Ferguson, and I know it's not by a ton, but I think he should be much closer to Warren than he is to Ferguson. So yeah, I do like the Niners stuff there. I think maybe people are just a little scared off of that game because it's like Nico is probably not going to play. Kirk hasn't been practicing. Schultz has the Q tag, and I think people are just like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, I do like the Hurts stuff, like the Hurts AJ. They kind of seem to, that one seemed to like line up. If you pushed one up, I think if you pushed AJ Brown up, you could get him a little early if you were on the back half of the board.
Yeah, the only interesting thing about that is AJ wasn't practicing today either.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah, I mean it's a Thursday, so tomorrow will be kind of like the big day. But let's see here: Chase, Lamb, Cook, Acham. What do you like?
I'm curious if Henry would make it back to us at 9. I don't think he would.
I guess that's right at ADP. It's close.
Yeah, I would just take Henry. I feel like Henry. I think he's just going to climb this week. I want to get him early, and I'm not crazy about Chase and Lamb.
Yeah, I could see him climbing a little bit. I don't know. I don't think he can get past Cook. I could definitely see him if we get Lamar ruled in, people will take him ahead of Allen, and like the vibes on Dolphins are so bad that I could see people with Achane. But it's interesting too, because I was looking at the ETR ranks. They're projecting Barkley higher than him too. So I wonder if we see some Barkley steam as well.
I can't do it. Last week he killed all my DFS lineup. So Barkley, that is. Ooh, I lost you.
Sorry about that. I'm having technical difficulties today. 14 seconds. We'll have time.
Screen's not. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Cook. Allen, Drake London.
I think probably just take Cook. I think that's the safest thing.
It is funny because like Cook is a pretty big faller there. I mean, I guess 2 spots. Yeah, I haven't seen him fall a ton in my drafts, but it's like we just reversed the ADPs on Henry Cook, so it doesn't even matter that much.
How unique would that combo be though? Because I don't think maybe the 6 hole would have the opportunity to get both of them, I guess.
Yeah, I think this week the 6 hole a lot of times would double tap those two. Would be my guess. Not like the chalkiest combo, but I think it would certainly be fairly represented. The interesting thing this week, and I was talking about it on the fantasy live stream I do on Thursdays at noon over there, was it's the rare week where I actually think running back is one of the deeper positions.
Yeah.
You can go as down here. I mean, like Brees has the best matchup of the week. Swift has been RB5, RB6. Rashad White, he's been moving up very quickly, but he's way down here. Projects well. Kamara and Stevenson are going to have the backfields all to themselves. So I kind of like the late running backs this week.
Yeah, I actually did a 3 wide receiver team on that 12-man squib kick, just because it's probably going to be pretty different in that type of contest. The 12-man, I feel like on 6 man, so you have to do a 2 running back build.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any way around it.
All right, we are back up here. Lamar Jackson, Hurts, AJ Brown, Rome. What do you like?
So I would either do a Jalen and get Devontae, and maybe pick a wide receiver in between, or just take Lamar to stack with Henry. But
yeah, I think I kind of like. I mean, I do like for Henry's success, I want Lamar to play, but in general, in the BRs, I prefer not to use those 2 together.
Is that a data-driven response or a personal preference?
Yeah, I mean, last year there was, I believe, 1 week where they both were in the optimal. But in general, I just think if Henry is ripping off huge runs or they're salting away a big lead, that's gonna. I think it just caps their overall. Like the thing is like, I think they're like 70th to 80th percentile outcomes are probably pretty heavily correlated, but they're like 95th percentile outcomes are more negatively correlated.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not going to say anything. I don't know if any of these guys are picking, but there's one that I would absolutely slam right here.
Yeah. We're obviously down to just wide receiver and tight end here.
Okay.
We got Hurts, Henry.
I think if Rome's still there, I would take Rome to bring back with Henry.
Yeah, I like that correlation as well.
Devonta,
yeah, let's do it
back. And then if somebody snaps Devonta, we can grab Goddard.
Yeah, and I will just say, like, I have I have no problem doing Hurts naked here as well. I do think Devontae is kind of interesting right now just because of the AJB stuff. And if AJB were out, Devontae would project extremely well.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if would this be a situation where you just take AJ falling and then you swap to Devonta if he's not drafted. I don't know. I haven't done any 6-mans yet, so I guess he is being drafted with a 20.
Yeah. With this ADP, that you're probably a little risky with it, but I still don't mind that move with Hurts though, right? Because like you take Hurts with AJ Brown. If you get AJ Brown out of value and he plays, great. And if he doesn't, you have naked Hurts, which is not the end of the world at all.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to go. Unless somebody takes that idea.
Yeah, we'll see how spooked people are. Yeah, not practicing again Thursday, dealing with this hamstring injury. So he does go there, which not the end of the world.
Now, for second wide receiver, I would maybe want to do a scroll for that. So which would you prefer, I guess, in your mind, a Devonta Smith Hurts or a Goddard Hurts? I feel like I lean towards Goddard.
I like Devontae just because if he, like I said, if he could be a big like CLV riser this week, if he continues to miss. But I think both have. I kind of like doing Goddard as a one-off too, because the way they've been using him is when he gets those scam. Devontae does go. So I think we could do our Goddard.
Yeah, I would just do that. Maybe he catches 2 TDs. Exactly.
I think
that's you have to hope for.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, how they've been giving him some of those like little shovel passes and carries and stuff like that. It's a little more. That's the thing about the Eagles. I mean, it's so funny because last week, like the double stack kind of hit, but even then, Hurts got massively outscored by like Bo Nix by like 16 points. So even last week, it's like the nutted thing would have been Bo Nix with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Right.
was actually the nuts, which is just so bizarre.
Yeah, I did not play enough Bo Nix last week.
Yeah.
I did not. Got burned on that.
Yeah, you needed to really thread the needle with him.
Click on wide receiver, scroll, because I think what I want to do. I don't think anybody else could take a wide receiver, right? No, I think.
No, yeah.
I think I would do Wandale.
Dude, I like that a lot.
Just scroll down there. You probably won't go drafted that much. You'd be our one-off piece and just stack up that game as a shootout, and then got the Baltimore Chicago stuff.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. That was something I was doing on my Fantasy Life stream earlier. And I do like how we're going to want that game sped up. I prefer it with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, but I still think Wan'Dale Robinson, like if that game goes nuts, like he's the entire focal point of of their pass game.
Right. Yeah, that's a pretty decent lineup there. As long as Devonta and AJ Brown don't go crazy.
Yeah, let's get the full recap here. So we get Hurts. We got those 2 running backs up top. We got Steven in the chat saying he hasn't seen that combo much. So maybe it's more rare than I'm giving it credit for. Derrick Henry and James Cook. We get Roma Dunze kind of as the bring back to Henry. Wan'Dale Robinson opposite Hurts. And then Dallas Goedert as our tight end there. So hopefully a unique combo at running back. Robinson as kind of the unique scroll piece. And then some good correlation here. Basically just James Cook is the only one-off piece there, which certainly is how you'd kind of want to play the Bills, either Cook or Allen. So I like that.
Yeah. It'll either min cash or, we just hope TDs have to go our way.
That's right. All right, Brady, pleasure as always. Appreciate you being a YouTube member. Any other final takes you want to fire off here while you have the platform?
I said it in the one Discord earlier today, but to echo Davis's comments on the Swole Pass, Arthur Smith is just gonna go ham with these tight ends this week. I'm from Pittsburgh originally, and it's like all he cares about is running them out on the field as much as possible.
So this is for the what is that, Sunday Night Football versus
Sunday Night Football
Packers?
Yeah. So if there's any, are there 2 games? No, sorry. Wait, if you're doing a primetime Palooza, it would be those ones.
This is why you tune in for the bash. You think you're just getting main slate alpha, but you also get some primetime Palooza.
Jam Darnell Washington.
That's right. All right, Brady. We'll catch you next time. And we got our guy, Greg, here. Greg, do we have you?
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you? Sorry, I screwed that up in the beginning there.
No. It's there's something I think chat, and I had this, it was a few weeks ago when I had my wires crossed with, I'm blanking on our guest there from Canada. I think when you put in like handles or emails or stuff in the chat, like YouTube hides it or whatever and makes it tricky to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think we're good now, though. We are good. Yeah, I don't know if I recognize your handle. Or you new to commenting or around the Deposit Kingdom? What's your story?
Mostly new to commenting. My handle is not the same that I have for YouTube. It's actually like my old AIM screen name, believe it or not. So like I'm really dating myself, but it's GRUSTCNJ on
Okay.
Underdog because I went to a school in New Jersey. So I just kind of like stuck with that. But I realized it's not an easily recognizable or even able to be pronounced. So I probably need to change it.
Well, I do like your for the people, I can out your Discord username is the G Spot there as well. So that you get points.
Yeah.
You get. Are you sure was that your AIM username as well?
No, that was a different platform, but yeah, that's been with that for a minute.
Incredible. So are you based in New Jersey?
I live in Dallas, Texas now, but I
Okay.
lived in Jersey for like 7 years after college. So
okay, so then where are your sporting allegiances?
I'm still full New York. Was there for the 2 giant Super Bowl wins, and I think like I'm not going to get greedy. Most people go their whole lives without winning one, and I got to see 2 in very short succession. So really, like I'm on. I mean, they can do anything to me at this point. I'm sticking with them.
All right, there you go, man. I've just have you seen the clip going around of the Jets fan when they ask him?
I hate
this team. I was poured
Yep.
into it. It's so funny.
He's just broken, that poor kid. Like it's over for him.
It's such a funny thing to think. And I guess like I'm thinking about it more now that I have like almost a 3-year-old and thinking about sports fandom, how it's like this really fun bonding thing, going to games, but then like you could put them in these situations where they become so emotionally invested that they're actually miserable and traumatized from it.
Yeah, I'm sure. You do real damage.
I was also talking to like Mike Leone took his son to the Blue Jays Game 7 where they clinched. And I forget who else was saying they took their kid to, I think it was Greg Rosenthal, took his kid to the Dodgers game where Ohtani had that insane performance. And on the flip side, these kids are going to be disappointed the rest of their lives. It's like you saw the greatest like baseball performance of all time from Ohtani. Everything else you're going to go to, be like, this is boring or whatever. These kids are spoiled.
Yeah, downhill from here.
All right, tell me what's your usual on Underdog? What kind of contest do you like playing?
Mostly battle royale. I try to get 60 or so in per week, and then I do all the single entry 3 max ones if I can. So usually that's what I stick with. Haven't done a lot of the Dawg Bowl just because realizing EV is just like less about the bankroll and more about just like I don't know. I'd like to have a shot at being at the top.
Have you had any success in the 6-mans this year?
I've done pretty well. Probably, let's see, last week I had like a 46th place in the battle royale.
Nice.
Week before that, I think it was like 30 something. And then this past week, got kind of screwed by the Jaden Daniels injury. Had a JT, Swift, AJ Brown, Rice, and McBride team, and was just waiting. I was like, oh man, Daniels can break one, and then he got hurt, so that was kind of the end of that. But it's all in good fun.
I know. Hey, but I will say, like when you're up there in the top 50, those are, one, it's a nice payout that can kind of pay for your week, and 2, like you are in the mix for a sweat. That's anyone can ask for. That was me last week. I was like, I had like the perfect team, and then RB2 was Bill, and it's just like the gap of watching him get 3 points versus like the guys even scoring 18, and you're like, God damn it. I just wanted 1 touchdown from Bill just for a little bit of hope. And he couldn't do that.
That's worse. That's worse than the injury. Cause like, at least I can pretend that he would have gotten there if he didn't get hurt. But like Bill just didn't work out.
I know. It's crazy. All right, let's see here. Let's do a battle royale. I need some of this run good from you as far as, keeping these top 50 finishes going. Do you have any early things you like on this slate?
I really like James Cook. And for me, if I'm not getting one of the top 3 RBs, I'm just gonna take Cook. I feel like the Bills they don't really they don't have enough time to be cute with anything. So I feel like it's time to just like lean on their guys. So and then just avoiding, like, I know people are still HN might be okay, but I'm just staying away from it. That team scares the hell out of me.
Yeah. I certainly understand that. We did get the 101 here. I know it's kind of obscured here by my video box, but we can take whoever you want this week. So who's it going to be at the 101?
No, I'll be boring. We're gonna take Bijan at 101. I mean, in game environment, they're gonna lean on him, especially with the Penix kind of being a little bit banged up. So let's go Bijan.
Beautiful. Yeah, easy click at 101. I certainly don't fault anyone for preferring Jonathan Taylor. I think it's pretty close, but might as well just get your Bijan shares according to ADP there. And while we do this draft, let me go ahead and spin again for who's going to be coming on after Mr. G Spot here. We'll see who's up next. Good luck to everybody. Up to 19 entries here. Who we got? Thomasawad 4772. Thomasawad 4772. Let me know, Thomas, in the chat how you're going to contact me, and I will get you this link. And Greg and I will continue to draft the shipper here with Bijan Robinson. How is your best ball season going?
It's going okay for best ball. It was pretty bad on an eliminator, which is kind of a bummer because I was really pumped to hopefully have a sweat, but I got just hosed 2 weeks ago. So, but best ball's been pretty good. I got a couple teams that can do some damage, but we'll see. It's early.
Yeah. Yep. This will be an interesting week with the Bi-Mageddon, certainly more of a factor in the eliminator streets. I was looking at one of my eliminator matchups, and I think I'm going to take a 0 at running back this week because I have like Kyron on bye, I have like Bucky hurt, another guy on bye. So that's how it goes. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here at the 2-3 turn. We got Bijan, CeeDee Lamb sliding a little bit here. Josh Allen, Drake London. How do you feel? What's your typical approach to two teammates on the same team early in drafts?
I try not to, just because I've seen, how hot, like, you just need to get everything right. So I do try not to if I can avoid it. But here, I mean, I think I hate just taking the guy at the top of the list, but I felt like the Bills got to stop getting cute. I'm okay taking Allen here, and then scrolling a little bit later.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take Allen. That is a nice little dip there. Got to hope that there aren't quite as many Allen Bijan teams. And then what would you like to do with this next pick?
I think here I want to go. I think I kind of want to go with some Mars going to play, and DJ Moore's got whatever's going on with his special parts. So
you want Rome?
Yeah, let's take Rome.
All right, there we go. We're gonna go Rome. All right, let's see here. Also, real quick, Thomas, who DM'd me, I am having Discord is like not letting me send DMs. It says has my account restricted right now. So I'm still trying to figure out what that means. How about this, Law? Can you email me at contact@peteroverzet.com and I will email you the link there. That's probably the best way to do it because Discord is trying to keep me down right now. All right, let's see here. All right, so we got Allen, Bijan, Rome. It's kind of an interesting click in that Rome probably won't be paired with the 101 too much just because you kind of have to reach up for him. So I don't mind that angle, although I will say it's hard to pass on Igbuka there, and he slides all the way to 15.
Yeah, I do like him. I'm a little, I know it's stupid to think about injury wise, but like I'm worried that with the increased workload he's gonna have to take on. Like I know he was just barely going to play last week, and so I'm not sure if he's out there running every route if he doesn't re-aggravate that thing. So
yeah, it'll be. I guess I'm not too worried about it, just because he has been so good and it's a great matchup, and Baker's been playing awesome, and they basically have no choice but for him to be the focal point. But I get the concerns, and I like the spot for Rome. I'm super excited about him versus that Ravens secondary. All right, let's see here. We are about to be on the clock at the 4-5 turn. Thomas, I see your email. I just sent it back to you. Thank you. All right, we're on the clock. AJ Brown with the Q tag. Pickens for the Dallas guy there. Olave, we're already done at quarterback. Tight end, we're in scroll territory here. What do you like?
Yeah, I think I like Pickens, betting on, let's hope Surtain locks up CD and then just go to Pickens a lot.
Yep.
And then I kind of like, let's scroll down a little on, I usually go 2 running back if I can. Let's go Chase Brown and just lean into the Jets are a disaster. The kid hates the team. Like I feel like if they're playing with the lead, he's finally going to get the carries we thought he would have the whole season, and just could fall into the end zone twice, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. I don't know if he's going to make like my short list this week when I write up my scrolls here later, which, by the way, I'll have those guys for you guys, YouTube members and masterclass subs after the show today. But I do think it's an intriguing spot just with like the Jets meltdown and knowing that Chase Brown can still consolidate work there. It's just like a bummer that he has like had no big plays. He loses a little pass catching work to P. Ryan. But I certainly see the vision at home here versus the Jets.
Just keep betting it till it hits. I have so much Chase Brown in best ball. Like I need to be bailed. I need to be bailed out at this point.
See, now you're doing the thing that I like. Davis always does this on the Shipcast, where like his pick is also someone he's like. Last week on the Shipcast, I needed Bill in so many things, and I'm like, I need to diversify my emotional and financial picks here a little bit, because I had just too much wrapped into one player is not good for the mentals.
Right. No, I feel you on that one, but I guess I'm sick.
You are sick. All right. Well, let's see just how sick you are with this tight end. We got Josh Allen. We got Bijan, Chase Brown, Rome Odunze, George Pickens. No correlation in this yet, but no issues with that. The question is, what do we do at tight end here?
My 2 options, one's way more scrolly than the other, but one's more correlated. I'm thinking we either go Evan Ingram for the bring back against a terrible Dallas D, or if we're feeling like real spicy, I still kind of feel like with the turmoil in the Saints backfield, like I know he's not playing a lot of snaps, but Taysom Hill is kind of interesting.
Wow. I thought you were going to say, Juwan Johnson, who had a huge target uptick last week. I feel like the Taysom role is just like definitively different than it's been in years past, and we kind of have to reorient how we think about that. You want to do Ingram here?
Yeah, let's do Ingram. I know it's not as scrolly, but at least it's a little correlated, and I can see that game getting nutty.
It is like Evan Ingram at 35.5. I mean, he's going to be drafted less than 20% of the time. So I'm not worried there. And it does get us one piece in this line, actually 2 pieces, because Chase Brown will be sub 30% as well. So we get Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Chase Brown, Rome Odunze, George Pickens, Evan Ingram here in this lineup. How do you feel about it?
Feel pretty good. See what happens, but I like it.
Beautiful. Well, I didn't get I feel so bad. I got to get better updating the ticker. I'm going to give you, Greg, just a real quick ticker update here, so we have it for posterity. I didn't even get to ask you, what do you do for work?
So I do run a strategy for an ACH payments company. So like paying like consumer deposits and stuff. We do a lot of the ACH payments for World Series of Poker, actually.
Okay. All right. So, there you go. Poker in the news today. Do you care to comment about the gambling poker ring that was just busted in the NBA?
Yeah, I wish I could say I was surprised. I think I kind of stuff I assume happens anyway, but now that it's in the light, I mean, we'll see. I just hope it doesn't put more like attention and regulation and stuff like that. I feel like the media has a tendency to run with these kind of things, so I hope it just kind of goes away.
All right. Well, there you heard it. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for being a YouTube member. We will we'll catch you around, and if Evan Ingram scores 2 touchdowns, I'll be remembered to look at this lineup.
Let's do it. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. We'll see you, Greg. All right. Welcoming to the stage a man I had to email to get here. Discord is not letting my voice be heard. Thomas, aka Law, is that correct?
Yeah. Law is just the name I use on like Underdog and poker sites and whatnot. So I just try to get that into the YouTube name, but it sometimes just shows up as like a generic name for whatever reason.
Gotcha. So I don't know if I've seen you too much around the comment section. Are you new to speaking up in there?
Yeah, I maybe only just started playing like serious Underdog volume in like the last 3 weeks. So I'm like pretty new to the whole Underdog, kind of doing a lot. 2 years ago, I did a bunch of best ball drafts. I probably did like 151 summer. And then I like just took a break and stopped. I was like still doing poker stuff back then, but I got the itch. So I like bought the master class and I'm trying to like figure this whole game out. It's nice, dude. It's fun. Yeah.
How have you been enjoying the master class?
It's been good. Definitely picking up on like some small stuff that I got to think about. Like didn't realize the running back scoring was so skewed towards them. So I'm just like trying to be more like 2 RB than like 3 wide receiver and just like the small stuff like that I didn't really know going in. But it's been good. I've been through probably like half of it so far. I've been
awesome
getting at it. So
also, I just want to say you're taking me back. Is that a barn door over your shoulder? A sliding barn door?
Yeah, it's my bathroom.
Dude, well, it's so funny because at my old apartment, I had like my office. There was no door going into our kitchen area. So it's like our kitchen, dining room, and just like right into the office. So when I started recording, we were like, we got to get something up here. So I had a barn door, and I had not seen one in a long time. So thank you for that nostalgic trip back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you located?
Philadelphia.
Okay. Are you Go Birds, or what are we working with here?
I'm from New York, so I'm like kind of a Jets fan, but I'm thinking of just publicly denouncing my fandom and going all in on Philly because the city is like so excited about it, and I'm gonna be in Philly probably for the rest of my life. So I might just be a bad fan and leave, but it's more fun than being a Jets fan. This is max pain right now. So
seriously, yeah. I mean, there's like levels to, tanking and just there being like slivers of hope. And I just feel like with the Jets, there's just like nothing to even hang your hat on for hope right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I think it's just like we have a losing culture. Like some teams like know how to produce winning like cultures. They can constantly recreate it. And we just like don't have that in like because we bring in good players. Like we've got like 3 different quarterbacks that have been through our team that's starting for like decent teams. And we're like, they're always bad. Everyone's horrible with us. So I think it's just like a up-down management kind of issue where like they don't have a culture of winning and they can't figure it out. And they won't ever. They won't. So
like the kid we were referencing,
yeah.
This team is the slogan. And then you have the owner just like throwing Justin Fields under the bus. And it's like Justin Fields hasn't been good, but just have like a modicum of class if you're going to be a billionaire owner of a team.
Yeah, and it's not like every other quarterback you've had for the last 25 years has been absolute dog shit either. So it's like kind of crazy to be like, wow, can't believe this guy sucks too. It's like everyone knew he was going to be bad. Like that's what we do. We have bad quarterbacks like forever. So it's just what it is.
True. All right, let's what have you been mainly doing battle royales? Where do you feel like you're dialed in right now?
I haven't done like a ton this week because I've been absolutely punting in the basketball streets and learning. I don't know anything about that, but I like doing the 12-mans. I wish I could exclusively do 12-mans if you wanted to do one of those.
Yeah, Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Cool,
do
cool.
let's do a DBQ here.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, only one more needed, and Snap fills here. People frothy for the 12-mans. Have you been trying to qualify for the Dawg Bowl?
No, I'm like going low on the bankroll, so I've just been doing like squib kicks and the playbooks, I guess. There's like a 12-man playbook as well, so I've been exclusively in that. I've been mixing in some 6-mans too, but I've been keeping the buy-ins pretty low. I'm just trying to get volume and figure this whole thing out before I start playing the $25, you know?
I think that's very smart there as well, getting a feel for it. We do get the 101, so you got that the newbie run good here. Are you a JT or Bijan 101 guy?
What's the matchup exactly? They're playing Tennessee.
They both have
Miami.
like the nicest matchups. Yeah,
Damn.
So Jonathan Taylor versus Tennessee, Bijan Miami.
I might just go Bijan. I love his upside. I think he's so good. JT is good too, but let's just take the guy who catches balls.
I think it's like the way I would think about it is Bijan is probably more likely to hit 20 and Jonathan Taylor is more likely to hit 30, you know, like, but there's probably games where I don't think you can really go wrong. I think it's probably just more like slight ceiling, slight floor disagreements there.
Yeah. Seems like they're in like both dream matchups, so it can kind of go either way.
Yeah. Yep. It is interesting that in the 6-mans, Bijan goes ahead, and in the 12-mans, Jonathan Taylor goes ahead. So you see the kind of flip there between those two crews.
Yeah. Well, why do you think that is? Do you think it's just like the type of players who are playing it, or like?
I think one more casual, players in the 6-mans. Everyone's very captivated by this string of performances against the Dolphins run defense. And so then you get a top 3 running back in football against a team that just got torched by Rico Dowdle and Kamani Vidal, et cetera, and Quinshon Judkins. And now everyone's like, flow chart, give me running back versus that. And then I think in the 12-mans, I think people are more cognizant of even like team totals, and like the Colts have like a nearly 30-point team total. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, he's had 3 games this year with 3 touchdowns. Like it's insane. Chris G points out the snap share stuff. There will be a little Algier here as well. But I think you can also flip it too, and talk about how like in negative game scripts, like Bijan will rack up like probably more catches than Dimes in a negative, or sorry, JT in a negative game script. The problem is like they're not going to be in a negative game script against the Titans, but I think it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Seems close either way, so we'll just roll the dice and see.
Yeah, but no issue going Bijan there. Who do we got in this draft? We got Drap, we got Dan, GME holder, Go AZ Cards, FF Links, Lee, line of scrimmage. So a lot of heavy hitters. I feel like about half of this room has qualified for previous Dawg Bowls. So we'll be battling in here, but I like getting that 101. We'll be in good shape here.
Sounds good. Cool. Do you mentioned on a prior thing, you're a cross country guy, or what's your?
I ran cross country in high school, and I still like to run. I like doing like 5K to 5 mile type distances. Why, are you a runner?
Nice. Yeah, I ran in college and in high school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where did you run at?
UPenn.
Okay. Don't they have a really good program there?
We were good. We made NCAAs my senior year, and we were like second in the Ivy League my senior year. We should have won, but it happens.
What is make me feel crummy? What is your what's your 5K PR?
I ran 13:33 for 5K.
What?
Yeah.
13:33?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I've run
I was
before
expecting
the
you
mile
to say
before.
like I thought you were going to say like 15:45 or something. 13:33. Holy shit.
Yeah, I ran the Olympic trials back in 2016 in the 1500. So the mile was more of my event. I've run like 3:55 in the mile.
Holy shit. 3:55. You have broken the 4-minute barrier. It's so
I'm
crazy.
Actually, fun fact, I'm the 420th American to do it. So I get the weed number on my my American list.
Dude,
That's my favorite
when
fact.
you heard that, did you light up the biggest joint in the world to celebrate?
It was so funny because I checked the list after I did it, and like my one friend who was running for NC State did it like a couple days before me, and I was like, oh cool, like Kali got on it, and I saw it, I was like, oh 420, like hell yeah, like that's gonna be awesome. So
What, dude? It's so funny. I'm reading a book right now called Endure by Alex Hutchinson, who's a runner, and like the whole book is about both the physical limits of the human body and the psychological when it comes to like pushing yourself to the max. And obviously he's talking a lot about running stuff and talking about conditions when people have their best races. Do you remember like that PR? You said either the mile or the 5K. Like, do you remember, was it because of the atmosphere? Because it seems like a lot of times it's more mental than even physical at those upper echelons.
I think it's just like stuff lining up. Like when I ran my 5K PR, I was in like crazy good shape. Just like went to California, got in like the perfect race and in like good weather. And it just kind of worked out. I was like more of a racer than I was like a time trialer. So if I had guys to compete with, I could run pretty well. But I don't know. I always say, like, me and my friends talk about it. It's like, to perform at a really high level, I think for distance running, we call it athlete brain. Like, you just got to be a little dumb to like not realize like, oh, like I'm in so much pain, this hurts, or like psych yourself out with guys in your races. So I think I just had like the perfect amount of being a little smart but mostly stupid, to just like kind of just do what's right in moments to get the most out of myself.
When you were running, did you have this big beard? I feel like that would keep you less aerodynamic than you need.
Sometimes I would usually grow out the beard until championship season, and then I would run like our conference through the national championships with a mustache. So I would grow like 3 of these a year, and then just like shave them off.
Do you still ever like hop in 5Ks, or do you like running recreationally, or were you just like, I am done with that period of my life?
I'm so done. I run like maybe 10 times a year. Like I'm like super retired.
What if you just like waltzed into a flat 5K race? What would be your time right now?
Oh, now I would run like piss slow. I probably run like 23 minutes or something.
Okay, now you make
24 minutes.
See that you're telling me that
no
I could beat you at a 5K right now after you are one of the fastest men in the history of the world. I feel better.
Yes, you could definitely beat me right now. I'm in no shape. I rock climb like 3 days a week and go for walks. Like I'm super retired, but I think we're on the clock. So
we are about to be here. Yeah. Okay. We are on the clock. Rome, Zay, DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins, Pickens, Brown, Kittle, Devontae. Who do you like?
I don't like Rome. I'd rather go like Zay. I just feel like he has so much upside.
I love Zay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would do Zay, Dobbins, and just like start getting action on that Dallas game. Like their defense is so bad. Like I kind of want to just like have some of them on either side of the ball. Like every draft I do pretty much. Like,
all right, let's do it. Bijan, J.K. Dobbins, Zay Flowers. We're here with Law. We got the bombshell that I'm broadcasting with one of the fastest people on the history of the planet. I mean, top 4. How many people have done it now? Do you know?
A lot. The shoe tech is so good now. It's like 5 seconds a mile probably. So these guys, they have like tons of guys doing it. Like I don't even know. It's way over 1,000 in America now, if I had to guess.
Have you ever done a beer mile?
No, I've done like someone like put on like a munchie marathon near me where it was just like different eating things throughout a 5K. But I haven't done a beer mile. I'm not a good drinker or anything. That was not for me.
Okay. Yeah. I did it back when I was doing the man's character with Levitan and Bales. I had done the beer mile and was training for that, except during the actual contest, I threw up and had to do a penalty lap. So I did some really nice practice beer miles, but then under the bright lights, I failed miserably.
Yeah. One of my old college teammates, actually, he graduated just before I got there. He was like kind of a degenerate, but had a ton of talent, like would just drink and party, but he's like 402 miler, and I think he ran like 510 in the beer mile or something, or like 5 flat. Like he was like actually he'd been training his whole life to run beer miles fast.
Yeah.
So he was like doing that for a while. He was also working like a big finance job in New York City, and then he was like weekend crushing beer miles.
That's so funny. Someone, you can go back and find it on the channel. When I did that like broathlon week, I had like videos leading up to it, and I got an interview with at the time, I don't know if his record has been shattered, but he was the world record holder in the beer mile at the time. And I did an interview with him.
Do you know his name?
If you say his name, it will jog my memory.
I mean, this guy I know was like, his name was like Michael Ryan Cunningham.
I don't
know if he had it though.
It was
He's
this
like
guy, Corey Bellamore. Yeah, men's world record, 427.
Oh, yeah. I know the name. He wasn't much of a collegiate guy, but I don't think being a high level.
Yeah, I had this guy on the channel, and it looks like he's been crushing because I had him on. This was 5 years ago. I had him on, and he set the record in 2025. 427 with 4 beers. And the thing that's crazy about it too, it's not just like holding the beer, it's how quickly you are able to chug it at those speeds. And he had like this technique that was almost just like inhaling the beer.
Yeah, you got to chug it fast, but the faster you do it, you're all like messed up. I think some people are just equipped for it and some people aren't. Like I would be horrible. Even at like my fastest running peak, I think I would be like absolute ass.
I know. It's crazy. Man, I still, I can't believe you were, that elite of a runner. It is nuts how much stuff has changed. They're talking about the shoe technology and stuff in the book I'm reading as well. It's almost like you have the different eras and like an asterisk next to stuff these days.
Yeah, and it happened so quick. Like so I graduated in 2016, and like 2020 it was like a different game. Also, the COVID year helped a lot because you had like one extra year of people in the collegiate atmosphere, because like running's not like a pro sport really, so you don't have guys leaving college to go pro frequently.
Yeah.
So you have like another year of guys training in the NCAA, and like all the records and times like exploded with the shoes as well. It was like the perfect storm of like removing every record from the record books, from like the whole history of it.
And I mean, like it is a huge deal now for when they are trying to set those records too, like having the pacers and stuff too, I guess both for kind of blocking wind and for just setting the paces is such a huge deal.
Yeah. I mean, when I ran all my PRs, like they were paced. Like I had like, when I ran my 1500 PR, which got me into the Olympic trials, it got paced by like Nick Willis, who's like a multi-time like Olympic medalist from Australia.
Wow.
He just like brought a bunch of Aussies to run a fast 15 out at Swarthmore College. So I just like went out and and hopped in.
That's cool.
But yeah, you need a pacer. Like you're never running fast without someone like setting it up for you.
All right. We are about to pick at the 4-5 turn. We have Bijan Robinson and J.K. Dobbins. We have Zay Flowers, quarterback, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end remaining on this team. Where would you like to go?
We could go Ferg just to get. Oh, he just won. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Who do we got?
You could do like a Caleb DJ Moore if you like that game environment. You could set up a stack with like Shaheed and Rattler. There's all kinds of.
Does Dart go? We could just go Wandale and figure it out. Does Dart?
Yeah.
Like, is Dart gonna go? Could we get him with the last pick?
It'll be close. He is like QB 12 by ADP. There's only 2 teams behind us, I think, that need a quarterback. So, we can certainly roll the dice there.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I guess it's what tight end do you want, or do you want to just push tight end?
Let's roll the dice with Dart. Let's go tight end. Who we got?
Right. We ran out of time,
and...
so I got us Goddard there.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Love Goddard. Yeah. So yeah, we'll push it with Dart, and if not, we'll just figure it out on the last pick.
Yeah. Yeah, we might get shut out. It'll come down to these 2 teams here. There's 2 teams that don't have a quarterback. FF Links and Urbank here. So we will see. The other options here, I'm trying to think if there's correlated plays. I think Naked Rattler, you could do Penix with Bijan and just say, hey, they just route the Dolphins and Bijan catches a screen pass. I think that's in play.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that as the backup plan.
Yeah, so here's the team so far. I know there was we were bleeding the clock there. It was close. Bijan, Zay Flowers, Dobbins. We do get Wan'Dale Robinson, Dallas Goedert. I feel like Wan'Dale has been like a theme today. I think I've now drafted him 3 to 4 times on the solo fantasy live stream. We drafted him with Brady. We drafted him here. So maybe is Wan'Dale, is he the skeleton key to week 8?
I hope so. I mean, that would be sick.
It would be.
He's in. They're up against the Eagles, right? They're playing.
Yeah.
It's Giants. Yeah, I mean, their secondary hasn't looked that good.
No.
And someone's got to catch the ball on the team, and it's not going to be Darius Slayton and Jalen Hyatt. So, Daniel Bellinger can only catch so many balls in his life, I feel like. So, why not Wan'Dale Robinson?
Why not? Why not us? We're gonna do it. Dart does go, but like I said, we can survive without Dart. Did I hear what do you do for work now?
I work for like a wealth management firm, so like finance related.
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
we're like a
But
small Charles Schwab kind of company.
Okay, but you got some time to draft in between.
Yeah, I'll like do some on my phone during the day and whatnot. So
there you go. I'm gonna spin again. We can get another guest up on stage here to draft. Let's see, who do we got? Pat Moore Poker. Pat Moore Poker. DM me. Actually, Pat, you're gonna have to email me. Discord is not allowing me. This is the message I got. Discord has limited your access to some features until tonight at 7:07 p.m. They're putting me in a 3-hour timeout. If you'd like to appeal the decision, you may they think my like account was compromised or something. I was able to reset my password and get back in. And then when I went to DM you, it hit me with the I'm not allowed to DM right now.
maybe it's because you're messaging people and sending links and they flag that as maybe it's like bot behavior or something.
That's actually a good read of it, which is super tilting. But yes, apparently me sending random StreamYard links to people appears like bot activity. All right, Pat, I will. What's your handle on Twitter here? Pat Moore Poker. All right, sweet. So yeah, we'll. You like the Penix angle, or is there another quarterback that you would maybe entertain?
What are our options? I do like the Penix. I don't know if I love anyone else naked, but
yeah, I would say, naked Flacco is probably not great since like Higgins or Chase is almost definitely coming along for him. Rattler is the only other naked one where it's Tampa Bay is a bit of a run funnel. You can definitely see him spreading it out. But I think on this team, Atlanta has a pretty good team total. I think you just play it as like, let's capture every touchdown from Bijan and Penix and hope that one of them is like one of those 50-yard screen pass touchdowns to Bijan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in. I mean, that's part of the reason we drafted Bijan in the first place. He catches balls. So why not give the guy who throws it? I think it makes sense.
Yes.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, I like that call as well. Penix does have the Q tag. If he doesn't play, though, it's like we're already going to get whoever we want to swap to as the next best one anyway. So I think it's worth the risk there. Also, I'm being accused with my Discord that Cash Patel has come after me. He's apprehended my account. Big Sleep says, I knew Pete was involved with the NBA scandal. FBI shutting down his Discord. They're coming after me. They're coming after me.
It's so crazy. Like, the Solve for Why like poker podcast like 2 years ago was like talking about like Chauncey and Paul Pierce running like rigged poker games, and now they're like getting arrested. It's like, it's crazy that they were just publicly talking about that like years ago, and like now it's just finally something's happening. Like
we just, because I was just doing lulls with Brian and we pulled up that clip of Matt Berkey talking about that as well. It's crazy. All right. we are going to get Michael Penix. Here's the final team. Tell me what you think here. Bijan, Zay Flowers, J.K. Dobbins, Wan'Dale Robinson, Dallas Goedert, Michael Penix. So we get Robinson and Goddard in that game. We get Penix and Bijan together, and then one off Zay, one off Dobbins.
Correlation is king. I think we got it.
All right. I like it. Good stuff, man. It was a pleasure meeting you. I will anytime someone tells me they're a runner, like I'm always curious to hear their 5K. And I was seriously, once you said like you ran in college too, I was like, oh, this guy, I was like, oh, he's going to be like a 15:30 type thing or whatever. You just absolutely knocked my socks off with that. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, the reactions that when people kind of know, they know. Sometimes like people ask and I say they have no idea the difference between like a 6-minute mile, a 4-minute mile, but it's always kind of funny where people kind of know, they're like, oh shit, okay. So
well, not to mention that every single second at those speeds is like exponentially harder, like that you shave off relative to like going from like a 7-minute mile to a 6 or whatever. I remember when I went to watch the cross country finals, and I didn't even qualify for finals, and a guy ran a 14:50. This is at altitude, kind of a hilly course in Colorado, and my mind was blown at altitude 14:50, and this was like 2003. So when you to hear that number is just truly staggering.
Yeah, no, that's fast. Running at altitude's hard. I've done a bunch of altitude stints. It is no joke. Like I've spent a lot of time at altitude training, so.
All right, man. Well, it was a pleasure getting a speedster on here, Thomas. Hopefully we speed our way to the top of the leaderboard here in the Dawg Bowl. I'll catch you later, and we'll bring on Pat Moore Poker.
Hell yeah, sounds good. See ya.
All right, peace. All right, Pat, welcome back. How are you doing, buddy?
Great, Pete. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, you're having a good year. Are you feeling dialed in this year so far?
Yeah, seeing the board pretty clearly this season, thanks to the master class. Just was making some clear mistakes last season, and now I can spot someone's lineup and be like, oh, they did that wrong or this wrong, and I just feel like my process is way better. Plus, I've been doing your randomizer exercise where I got the spreadsheet and I got a bunch of prompts, and I'll just randomize for each draft. I got like 20 of them at this point. And
how about this?
I just used the ran between function, and so I just drew low owned skinny stack for us.
I was gonna say let's use your use your thing here. Low owned skinny stack. Let's hop in the BR here.
Cool.
Let's get the Pat Moore randomization rolling.
And I do have an interesting angle for this week, and it's not necessarily even a player take or a game environment. It's more so, I think a lot of people are distracted this week with NBA. It's super exciting. It's the first week, big prize pools. So my angle is I'm going to up my volume a little bit this week. I think a lot of people are watching NBA streams. I think a lot of people are spending time drafting, doing swaps, looking at injury news for NBA stuff early in the week. So I'm just going to kind of try to leverage that and double down on, NFL research, draft volume, stuff like that. I just feel like people are dumping a lot of bankroll into NBA. A lot of people are dumping mental capacity into NBA stuff. So that's kind of my angle this week. And I'll dabble with NBA after week 17, but from now through week 17, it's just all NFL for me.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly going to be the same way. It is fun. You see the NBA stuff. I had a lot of fun playing last year, but I'm just not good enough to juggle multiple sports. I like keeping my head in a single spot for strategy and all that. So yeah, I like that thought here about taking advantage of maybe some distracted drafters here. We got the 103 in this contest here. So we'll get one of these top 3 running backs here. Do you have are you a CMC at 3? I have seen some people go chase there as well.
Yeah, I'm CMC at 3 still, just because I've been getting Jamar 4 or 5 pretty often, and you'll never see CMC fall. So I've just been getting my exposure when I can.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that as well. That's kind of how I like to play. If you don't ever see a guy fall and it's like you don't want to be massively underweight CMC, like just even flipping them one spot. If CMC never falls, you're going to have like 10% of him or way less than that actually. CMC will grab him. And then do you want to start thinking through your low owned skinny stack or just see what comes to us?
We'll see what comes to us for the first few picks, and then we'll go from there. Another thing I've been doing this season that's been helping a ton is I've been keeping track of every draft in a spreadsheet ordered by first 6 picks. So pretty much every draft I'll have one of the first six picks. And then it's not like I'm just trying to completely diversify, but I'm just making sure I'm not duping myself. Because let's focus real quick. Let's take
Allen, London, Igbuka, Warren.
Let's go Igbuka just because it's very concentrated there. He's going to get a ton of targets, and they've let me look at their team total. Bucks are 25.5. So
yeah, I think
that start.
Yeah, I think I prefer Igbuka slightly to London as well. We're back on the clock. Warren, a slight faller. Lamar, Hurts, Brown, Adunze.
Okay. Go Warren, because if we're going to go the low and skinny stack, I have something in mind, and we won't want to take a second receiver because obviously Baker's not going to be low owned.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. So yeah, we can get a second running back, and then the low and skinny stack. Yeah, it's Mookie. Pat is dialed in. Absolutely right. I've been seeing, I know Pat and I have gone back and forth in the masterclass with the discussions. I know you've been putting in the work to get better at it. And I think your results so far have borne that out as well.
Yeah, it's been my best season yet. First few weeks right after doing the masterclass, I shipped a Primetime Palooza for $1,500 off $3. It was a chop, but we didn't have the same lineup. He got there at the very end with
that's
Algier.
random.
Yeah, it was pretty weird, but chopped that for $1,500, and then just 2 weeks ago got 11th in the Battle Royale for $4,000.
That's awesome.
Let's go J.K. Dobbins.
All right, let's do it. We get
high team total. It's a bit of leverage off the Bo Nix Sutton stuff, and he's been going pretty high in the Dawg Bowls. So,
yeah, I think that's. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, again, just general rules of thumb. It's never like a blanket thing, but whoever is like uber chalk in DFS cash on DraftKings that isn't regularly getting drafted, and whoever's going much higher in the Dawg Bowl relative to the 6-mans, those are two generally like good indicators of who would be good 6-man picks.
For sure. Yeah. The Dawg Bowl has been helping a bunch. I didn't used to do the Dawg Bowl, but I've found it a good early week exercise because you kind of get a good feel for what the sharp players like. And then you'll hop into the 6-mans, and it almost feels like you can get anyone you want.
Yeah.
Quickly go Tet McMillan once it's on us. And this is going to be gross, but just trust me on this one. And I'm not doing a ton of it, but if we're going low and skinny stack, yeah, we're going to go Andy. There's just some input volatility there. Obviously, it's not super likely it gets home, but we have seen that ceiling where he can go for 300 yards, couple touchdowns. So it's not like we're doing it with Coker. We're not getting too crazy, but.
All right, Pat, if this one hits, if Andy Dalton to Tet hits, I'm going to be buying your masterclass in advance of next week. All right, I'm going to need to get that spreadsheet of yours if this one hits.
Yeah, I've been cooking up this spreadsheet, and I'll send it to you if you're interested. But I've just got a lot of different stuff on here. I've got game totals. I've got this randomizer exercise. I've kind of got different columns of the people I follow, the people I trust their takes the most, kind of just getting their player takes in columns and trying to knock them out. And then just kind of trying to map out my combos. I don't mind doubling down on, let's just say CMC Igbuka. I don't mind doing that again, but let's not do CMC Igbuka Tyler Warren over and over. And I find when I do phone drafts, I kind of funnel to the same combos, and then I'll look at my drafts and be like, man, why did I do the same thing like 4 times?
It's so funny you say that. I am typically the same, but it was the draft that I had the really good AJ Brown or double stack this week. I did that on my phone, and normally I would have just, the top guy in my ranks was Javonte. I know I had Javonte there, but I'm like, I do the Javonte with the 101 so much that I slid down to Bill. And I'm like, if the one time on my phone I would have actually just done the automated thing, I would have been good to go. Here's what we're gonna do. Pat, I'm loving your vibe right now. So we're going to do one more draft, but we're going to get one more person up here after you. So let me spin the wheel, and I want you to spin your randomizer wheel so we can do one more angle in the BRs here. Hoohames, you're going to be, I'm our next drafter here. Like I said, I cannot Discord message right now. So you can either tell me your Twitter handle or email me at contact@peteroverzet.com. All right. What are we going to do with this one, Pat?
We drew naked quarterback with bring back.
I love it. I love it. This is a good one. This is a good one here. Certainly lots of good candidates.
Yeah, the process has been incredible though this season, and like I used to just be so focused on player takes, but not to go reiterate too many times on the masterclass, but I swear every week since week 1, since I've taken it, I've pretty much been a 1v1 from the nuts. Like week 1, I had Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson. I had Bijan. I had Puka when he was going to ADP 15. And then I had Trey McBride, all like literally the nuts across the board pretty much. And then I had Kenneth Walker, and he had 3 points that week. And then the next week he had 18. And this isn't a bad beat story. It's more so like a process story. But I was like, man, like literally every other scroll that week, I had like J.K. Dobbins, Travis Etienne, all my other scroll running backs hit for 15 plus. So I was like, man, I'm onto something. So I started upping the volume a little bit. And then another week I was 1v1 from the nuts again. I had JCM a few weeks ago at 0.26 owned, and he hit for 26, but it kind of got negated from that Rico score. But I got 100th, I think, for $500. And that was like the week before I finally broke through and hit for 4,000. But like last season, I couldn't get on it. Nothing, no sweats. But I'm watching your stream, and you're constantly like, oh, I got this one, and I need Kittle, and I got this one, and I need Bowers, and you were like having all these different paths to the, top 50, top 10, and I'm finally starting to get that feeling.
Nice, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
For sure. And it's like definitely nice to, when the hoop starts to seem bigger than it is, and you get the confidence and you can make the right plays. But it's also, you start to get a feel for things too. Like there's almost this innate sense of like, this is the type of lineup that can win. These are the kind of things that are going to be losing money over time. And let's see here. 1-5, Lamb, Cook. Who do you like here? Achan.
Go Lamb, CD.
Yep. Grab CD here at 5. But yeah, no, I have a similar approach to the combos. I'm not going to shy away from super good ones. It's just like the arbitrary ones that you, especially with the tight end, like the tight end, there's the most volatility there. And that's the one you don't want to be duping, I think, too much. Achan, Allen, London, Barkley, Igbuka.
Let's go Barkley.
Yeah.
I have a theory on Barkley. And he's ranked 5th in ETR this week, and that's not the theory. I think they're kind of agreeing with me, even though this isn't necessarily the matchup just yet. They got this, then they got the bye, then they got the Packers. But if you look at ETR's O-line, D-line mismatch column, and it's mostly a pass rush column, but it doesn't really help just because a lot of these defenses are elite. But if you look at his schedule, week 1, he played the Cowboys, and he had a normal Saquon week. He had a touchdown, 60 yards, a couple catches, and maybe 30 yards. He didn't break the slate, but he had a good game. And then since then, I'd have to pull up the schedule, but he's had the Bucks. He's had here, let me look. So I'm not just spitballing here. Let me pull this up. Eagles schedule.
Barkley?
Yeah. Like everyone's like, oh, he's losing it. Oh, they have no identity on offense. But if you look at their schedule, it's been really rough. Chiefs, Rams, Broncos, Bucks, Giants, who have a decent defensive line. Just in general, it's been a lot of tough defensive lines that aren't easy to run on. And if you even look at when Jonathan Taylor played the Rams, he had his worst game. Let's take a look. We got to do a naked quarterback. We don't want to do Hurts because that's not naked. So let's take Rome. The projections aren't that high on him again this week, but I just like the game environment in general. So we're now going to have to go.
It's either Dart or opposite our tight end Bo Nix. We could do Bo Nix opposite. Is Bo Nix still on the board? Yeah, he is. So that would be an option if you wanted to do that.
Bo Nix. What do you like better, Bo Nix or Dart? Because Bo Nix is obviously going to be very popular.
I think the thing I think about with this stuff is like, let's do Bo Nix, and then we can get low owned with RB2 or tight end as well.
Okay, yeah. And the Broncos 26.75 game total or team total. So,
and like that correlation like makes so much sense to me. I mean, we just saw Bo Nix drop 40 and his most, the other Denver Broncos pieces didn't score more than like 13 points. And then Lamb, I think, was on track for a massive game and then didn't get pushed here. So I think he could consolidate volume in Bo Nix, and you just have the two main pieces from that game, and you don't need anything else.
Yeah, and I think it's a more unique way to play it than, let's just say, Bo Nix to Sutton or Dak to CD with the Sutton bring back.
Yep. All right, so we got Bo Nix, Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, Rome Odunze. We're going to have Hoohames coming on. After this, we got Pat Moore, poker. People love Pat. Exudes intelligence. Chris says, I trust everything Pat says with the seriousness he's saying it. There you go, man. You're a fan favorite.
I have been dialed in, and I appreciate the comments. I just moved to Florida, and I've had a little bit of extra time on my hand this last month, so I just feel like I've been really, really deep in the streets.
It's fun, man. Yeah, it's fun when you can devote your time to it in a big way. Do you live up to your name? Do you still play a lot of poker?
Yeah, this is the time of year I kind of lay off the poker for, let's just say, 17 weeks. I mean, I guess including best ball season, but I'm still playing around that time. Yeah. As soon as we get to the playoffs, I'll probably be deep back into poker, but there's just a lot of overlaps, and I've been loving the game theory behind this stuff.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and then poker, it's not really, I guess World Series of Poker is kind of seasonal, but in general, you can play that whenever, whereas football, you're only going to have those 17 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And you see a lot of overlaps in the community. Like I follow Crutches on Twitter, and I saw him posting stuff from the World Series of Poker. And then I saw Joe Cadam make a post that he was like high in the marathon last year. I think he had Derrick Henry Saquon team, and he was a high finish in the marathon. And then a couple other guys. I know Chess Liam was out at WSOP playing the main event.
Do you want to grab this Kittle fall and then get weird at RB2?
Yeah, let's take Kittle for sure.
I was going to say Kittle here at 29 seems pretty nice. And then we can see, if you wanted to get something unique, I think like anything after Judkins is going to be fairly low owned.
Yeah, if you pull up running back, wide receiver on the fantasy live stream earlier, we kind of agreed that it's tough to scroll past Waddle this week, wide receiver wise, but the scrolls at running back are a little comfier.
Yep.
We went Dobbins last time.
I like either Kamara or Ramondre or two. I think I'm going to highlight this week.
Let's go Kamara. I have a theory on the Patriots Browns game, which I don't want to be. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just feel like this would be an incredible series on like YouTube, either YouTube Shorts or just like a video. If you just I would click the hell out of, I have a theory on Saquon Barkley. I have a theory on the Saints running game. I'm like, the second you say this, I'm like, what the fuck does this guy know? What is this goddamn theory, Pat? So what is it?
I don't want to be making these bold claims because obviously the Patriots have, let's see, a 23-7-5 game total.
Yeah.
And they could easily smash. But if you look at the Patriots schedule, it's just been such a cakewalk all season. And I guess you could say their only true test has been the Steelers, and they lost that game, and they didn't put up a lot of points. The Browns is really their true first defensive test. Let me just back this up with the actual Patriots schedule real quick.
All right, as you're pulling it up, I'll read this final team. We get our Bo Nix opposite CeeDee Lamb to fulfill the prompt. We got Barkley and Kamara at running back, Rome as the other wide receiver, and George Kittle falls to pick 29.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll make this quick. They played the Titans, the Saints, the Bills, who obviously they're a good team overall, but their defense has been gettable. The Panthers, the Steelers, who is that one defense I referenced that is decent, but they lost that game and only put up 14 points. The Dolphins, the Raiders, and that's it. So my theory is it's the lowest in GPP game scores by ETR this week by a long shot. I think it's the lowest game total overall at 40. And people are just so high on Drake May. I could just see this being a really slow, brutal, low-scoring game. Doesn't mean I'll completely fade them. I'll have some Drake May dig stacks.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I like the Drake May to digs. But I do think from a game environment standpoint, you're right. And I think the Kamara stuff is just obviously interesting without Kendre Miller. And there's just less and less threats for him at the goal line, like as we move along. So I think his workload's going to be awesome. And if he can just find the end zone, like he's going to be a really good scroll this week. Obviously you could say that about a lot of players if they find the end zone. But certainly for him, Pat, it was a blast drafting, and we get a dog sighting on here. How are we doing?
Yeah, it's just for the kid allow, but yeah, thanks for having me on, Pete. And
all right, man.
Excited for Hoohames. I've heard him mention on a couple streams and excited to learn about who he is.
All right, perfect, man. Well, good luck to us. Good luck to you. Keep crushing. Thanks for the masterclass shout outs. Appreciate you, man. And we'll catch you around.
Sounds good, Pete.
All right. We got Hoohames. Hoohames, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Look at this. You got that sultry radio voice. I like that.
Oh, thanks. I honestly don't like my voice, but other people seem to not care. So whatever.
I feel like I'm the same way. Someone asked me the other day because I was rewatching a stream on Best Ball Breakfast, and someone says, "Don't you hate listening?" I'm like, kind of, yeah. So I think it's a weird thing if someone likes the sound of their own voice.
Well, it sounds different to yourself, right? Because you hear it with more bass, I believe. So whenever you hear it, not through your own, like whenever you hear it from a other perspective, it's different. So
okay. You know, the only thing that doesn't check out about that for me is all I hear is a more nasally, prepubescent registry when I listen back to myself. I would like a little more bass in my
right.
The chat. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you hear it as you talk, you hear it with the bass.
Oh, gotcha.
Like,
yeah. Okay. So that does check out.
Yes. Yeah.
That checks out. People are loving the beard here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I recognize your username from the chat, but haven't ever gotten to do a stream with you.
Yeah, I actually started streaming this year as well, but
oh, nice.
I'm small. Like I just do it because I love the game. I started best ball 2 years ago. I crushed advance rate, thought I was really good, went into it hard last year, then got crushed. And then
cycle of life.
And then this year, I think this year feels good. I'm under advancing, but like I went heavy into like Rashid Rice, Jordan Addison, some of the players that should advance stronger teams, stuff like that. So like I'm kind of where I wanted to be. So I feel good about that. I've got a 9th or 11th place team on drafters in one of the minis. So
nice.
I think week 2 in Battle Royale, I got 5th or 6th, whatever the 3,000 is in on the not the Battle Royale, but the Wildcat. And then I've been top 10 twice on the single entry prime times this year on DraftKings.
Awesome stuff, man. That's sounds like you're hitting the leaderboard across a lot of different platforms. So that must be nice.
I had 2 top 10 finishes on drafters too. So on their weekly slates, it's a little softer over there, by the way.
Is it? Yeah.
It's 5 men and it goes a full roster. Like it's 3 wide receiver with a flex.
Yeah.
So it's much different. Your teams feel a lot different as well. Like, and the Sunday night game is involved. So it's also a different pool.
There you go. I mean, we talk about that a lot. Like if you are truly trying to grind out edges and going to the places where there isn't a lot of content, I don't think I've heard of a draftersmasterclass.com. So I think you're doing good over there. What would you like to draft today?
I'll let you pick. It does not matter to me.
let's do something that's like a smaller field thing. It sounds like you said you've been having some success in some of the smaller ones here. Let's see here. What do we want to do? What do we got in here? Let's do, I keep forgetting some of these contests. Do we not have like the victory? Was the victory formation? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's do the victory formation.
Oh, the single entry, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's a little different too. Like the strategy of this is different than the strategy of the Wildcats by far as well. So
for sure. This is a small one, 564.
Yeah. Let me look. I think I've cashed 2 or 3 of the weeks in the formation this year. I got wrecked by Bo Nix at the end last week.
Oh yeah.
Like he took so many of my teams out. So I like, and you were talking about Ja'Cory Cross-Marin earlier, right?
Yeah.
How you were so invested in him. So I was one of the guys. I wasn't. I thought his rise was too fast in best ball, so I never really got there. And I fully bought in last week.
Just in time to get rug pulled.
Yeah. I fully bought. Like I've seen how good he is. Like I could admit when I was wrong, right? Like all of it played out. I was wrong. But at the same time, they're absolutely doing committee, right? So, and I don't see that changing. And he also doesn't get the ball in negative game script, right?
No, we saw that in a big way last week.
Yeah, but Chris Rodriguez does.
Yes,
like Chris Rodriguez and RJ Harvey getting the touchdowns on 1 or 2 touches each. Harvey was 1 touch, 2 yards touchdown for 6.7 points.
Yes. Yeah, that was a tough run out. I think like even the projections loved Bill last week. That wasn't just like slappy behavior. It was the game of the week, and Jaden gets hurt and yada yada. But I think it did illustrate how fragile his role is in that game script to be losing even a goal line carry there at the end.
Yeah, so I had a lot of Bill, and I was like, what if it doesn't hit, right? So I had him in like 50% of my DK lineups. I just do the 20 max $3 every week, whatever that's called, the play action maybe. And it's Taylor.
Real quick,
it's Taylor Bijan. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Like I'm one of the guys who I started taking Jamar Chase over CMC, but as Pat Moore was saying, like you just never see CMC fall on like to 4 or 5, and I've got Chase at 6, right? Like so, I don't want too much Chase, so I have moved to taking CMC because I don't want 0 CMC, but I do think the matchup's not great. Ricky Pearsall, I don't know if it's official if he's playing yet. I know that's questionable. I know that he may play, I think. And I'm curious what happens to that offense when all the weapons get back, because he's getting there a lot more on volume than efficiency this year. Although the efficiency changed with George Kittle back in blocking, right?
Yeah.
So,
I could see it flip where it's like less volume, but maybe more goal line opportunities and stuff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch how the CMC scenario plays out for sure.
All right, we start Taylor. For people who missed it, we're doing the victory formation, $20 single entry, very small field, all things considered, 464 entrants. This is more comparable to like the Bomb, one of the smaller contests on the site for the 6-mans.
I like pulling Igbuka to the 106. I personally kind of, I don't know if Crutches is this way, but I have Igbuka over Lamb this week.
Okay.
Myself.
That's definitely hot, but I like the Igbuka enthusiasm.
Yeah. I think it's more because I think I want to get to more Baker. I feel like Baker's the kind of guy that after a bad game, he's going to make sure he has a good game. And I think I kind of like Josh Allen here.
Yeah.
I think I like Josh Allen.
The drafter behind us already has 1 running back, so that guarantees us HN or Barkley with Allen if we want it.
Right. I kind of like the Scrolls at running back though. But
the problem is I feel like there's a pretty big tier break after London too.
I do. Yeah. Sutton. Absolutely. I actually think Sutton is above London this week.
I can see that
because of the matchup.
Mhm.
That like Denver's not played well at the beginning. I feel pretty confident that they're going to be trailing entering the fourth quarter, right? Like because Dallas is playing on all cylinders. They haven't been able to get much going in the air other than Sutton. They have like I was a Pat Bryant Bowl, by the way, and like I'm doing a little copium here, but like they threw the ball to him 4 times or 5 times. One of them was a PI. 3 of them were tipped to the line of scrimmage, and the other one was caught. So like they are trying to get him more involved, which to me means more that like they have been moving away from Franklin. We've seen that with Mims last week. So I wonder if down the stretch that'll happen. But Sutton is the only person on that team that is getting volume. And
Franklin's had comparable volume.
I mean, he had up until last week.
He had 10 targets last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he was very inefficient with them, but yeah, he's been a little bit. It's just been such a weird thing.
Because I kept hearing that he wasn't as much, but they also threw the ball the entire fourth quarter. How many pass attempts did Bo Nix have? Actually,
I mean, Bo Nix had 50 pass attempts.
Yeah. So he had. I mean, 20% target share is not bad, right? Like, yeah, that's fine.
And it's by far, I think, the best game of the week. As far as the overall ceiling potential.
So, not only if you pick at 4 or later, do you not get one of the top 3 RBs, but I feel like at Sutton, Saquon there's a gigantic loss. Do we want to just go into the game stack with Ferg here?
Let's see. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Play the naked Allen.
Yeah, I definitely think Allen naked's definitely the way to go. And so now we got Allen, JT, Sutton, Ferguson, and 2 more picks to go here.
There is a pick I really like here if it doesn't get taken, and I don't think it will.
All right, we're live.
I like Devonta Smith with A.J. Brown possibly not playing. And if he plays, he's probably going to be limited. And I really like the scrolls at running back this week. So
me too. I wrote it up in my fantasy life piece, but it honestly kind of shocked me because every week I'm used to running back being the thinnest, and it's probably the strongest position for scrolls this week.
Yeah, I haven't got to Chase Brown yet, but I fully understand why people are getting to Chase Brown this week. I think it's I'm still skittish on it, but you do want to hit it before it actually gets there, right? Like a little bit. And he's so cheap now. Like if you do volume, I think you do want to have a share or 2 in there.
For sure. All right. Everyone in front of us is capped out at running back, so we can speak freely about who we want here.
I really like because we have Sutton, I don't want Dobbins as much. And I love Swift this week. Swift has looked better. And Ben Johnson, like during the bye week, I think they figured out some blocking in the offensive line.
Yeah. No, he's coming off he was RB6 last week or RB5, RB6 the week before. Right. And it's an awesome matchup.
I think he had 17 carries and Menungai had 13, and they both got like 15 plus points or something.
Yeah, 19 for 124 and 1 for him last week for New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah, I knew he was up there. But like Menungai, I think, had 13 for something and a touchdown. So I think Menungai is actually like a Dawg Bowl, like scrollable pick. Like I haven't made it. I only do a couple. The chant, like it's not great for bankroll, right?
Oh yeah.
So
no, it's a bleeder for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I can't. I do a couple every week. I do them early because the ADP changes a lot when ETR puts out their projections, and I generally like the guys who get pulled up. I did waste one with a Taysom Hill pick just for National Titans Day, but like if it's gonna happen, I think this is the week. Are you going to do any double tight ends this week? Just in honor of National Tight End.
I mean, I was trying to think the context I would do it like in that draft with Pat Moore Poker where Kittle fell to like 28. If I had taken like Warren and like Kittle like mega fell, maybe I would consider it. But it's very, very tough to get to.
I've done one, and I might be done at that one. And it was Josh Allen and Tyler Warren and then Dalton Kincaid, because Kincaid, like, I think the Panthers are like ranked 32nd versus tight ends or something. I'm pretty sure they're very bad versus tight end. And like Kincaid has the Q tag right now, so it's not even locked in.
Yeah.
To being to like if he doesn't play, I don't have to like commit to it. so it's doing it without even committing to it.
Yeah, you're right here. I just pulled up Fantasy Life DVP. Panthers' third biggest boost to opposing tight ends. Bengals and Colts are the only ones who give up more.
Yeah, and Kincaid's kind of been on a heater. So we know that the running game doesn't work as well right now versus Carolina. I don't know how much of that is who they played, right? But I think Josh Allen will be throwing the ball a lot. So I really like Kincaid this week, and he's not 100%. I mean, he's drafted a lot, but not 100%, right?
Yeah.
And
he's got the Q tag, so I think that's kind of keeping his ADP down a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Whenever he's listed as probable or whatever on Saturday, he'll start getting 100% drafted probably.
All right, here's the final team. Tell me your thoughts here. Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre Swift, Cortland Sutton, Devontae Smith, and Jake Ferguson. What do you think?
I like it a lot. I've been stuck in the back half of the draft this whole week, so it feels good to get one of the top guys.
There we go. All right, man. Hoohames, it was a pleasure meeting you, dude. I saw some people shouting out some of your streams here. Hoohames plus fan speak. Game recap equals appointment viewing. Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, it's just the name Hoohames, HOOHAMES on YouTube. Small channel right now, but like Steve from Fanspeak Network, who, by the way, he's got a number one team in drafters. He's got a top, I think, 25 team in the main, and he's number one in a different one. But we go game by game and we kind of just basically meander around recapping the games and talk for 4 hours every Tuesday.
Awesome. There you go.
We just have a good time. Some people enjoy it. I'm sure other people are bored, get bored. But I'm there just to talk ball and to have a good time. So.
Well, I enjoyed talking ball with you today. Shout out to all of our guests here on the Battle Royale Bash. I'm going to shut this down so I can get you guys those gems for week 8. Going to write those up right now. But again, appreciate all you YouTube members. If you didn't get on, stream will be back as we always are Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern. Any YouTube membership level will get you access to the chat and give you a chance to hop up on stream. Good luck to everyone, and I'll see everybody tomorrow for the trio of DFS shows. Block Party, Bully the Sims with Uticow is back in the saddle, and then, of course, Off and On the Clock with the Badge Bros. Until then, I'm Pete Overzet. We'll see you. Peace.